Welcome to the student coaching classes. First of all, good morning to all. Well, today we are going to learn biology. Now you know it very well, small part of our chapter that was remaining. So through this video we are going to explain you what exactly that part it is remaining, and we'll have one flashback also. So I hope you will enjoy, and you will just learn all these types of this video learning. It will be very new to you. Let us start with this. Now the chapter which we have started. Now first open this particular chapter, that is improvement in food resource. Now we have already gone through this chapter, that is improvement in food resource. We know it very well what exactly is food resource. So we have seen the two parts of this food resource. So the first part of this food resource, that is called as agriculture. So here we have to improve the agriculture qualities, and we have already seen in our classes that how the agriculture qualities that has been improved in our country. Because we know it very well, our country is the country of agricultural practices. For the purpose of livelihood, for stock keeping, we are practicing various types of these agricultural practices, and hence we have seen how this agriculture that has improved a lot since 1980s till period, that large amount of stock we are able to conserve, and we are maintain that particular type of stock. Now this was the earlier part of it, in which we have seen how the agricultural practices that can be carried out, and what are the necessary methods which are generally applied in order to manage these types of agriculture resource. Now today we are going to see the second part of this food improvement qualities, or the food improvement resource. Now the second part of this food improvement resource, that is known as animal husbandry. Now we know it very well, along with these agriculture crop, we have to rely on these types of animal resource also, because that will maintain a balance in an ecosystem also, and that will show a good type of food resource from where we are able to obtain the nutritive types of materials. So this is our part today which we are going to study, that is known as animal husbandry. So it will be better if you open the page number 182 of this chapter, that is improvement in food resources. Now here let us start with this animal husbandry. Now animal husbandry, there are so many things which are included in case of this animal husbandry, out of which the main part of this animal husbandry, first, that is of cattle farming. Now we already know, so various traditional methods that have been applied, various modern methods that has been applied in order to carry out this cattle farming. So right from the beginning, when the settlement of human civilization that has been started, we are carrying out this cattle farming. So even in various countries like Africa, you will still observe that the cattle farming it is practiced largely. In our country also, the cattle farming it is practiced largely, and hence we have improved the breeds of this cattle farming. And why we need this cattle farming? So in order to carry out the two mechanism, we are getting food also from this cattle, okay, and second thing, we are getting the easiest means of transportation with the help of these cattle. So that's why we have to carry out this cattle farming. We have to see what exactly and how this cattle farming that is very handy to humans, and how these practices that maintains the balance between the food which is considered as an animal resource. And second part, that is of the poultry farming. As you know it very well, poultry birds are there. So various types of birds are there. So we'll study the various types of birds under it, and we know it very well why the poultry farming that has been carried out. So poultry that is considered as the cheapest and the easiest means of protein sources. So easily we can obtain the protein from this, and we know it very well why the protein that is necessary for humans, and proteins that built up the entire body. So whatever your cells, whatever your tissues are there, they are mainly built up with the help of protein. And even a poor person or a rich person, whoever it may be, he can easily obtain this type of resource, that is in the form of egg, as well as the second part, that is called as chicken meat. So we'll study in detail about this poultry farming later. Then third part, that is of the fish production. Now in India, and wherever the coastal line areas are there, or the country which has been generally surrounded by these coastal lines, so even the India is having the huge coastal lines. So majority of the states which are having these coastal lines, they are practicing this fish production. So here that is called as fisheries. So in this fish production, you can see the culturing that has been carried out of various types of crustaceans. Then you can find the culturing of these fishes that has been carried out. So the inland fishes it is also done, or we can say the fishes which that has been cultured in the pond also. So this type of mechanism, that detailed part we are going to study in this fish production. So it is a part of blue revolution, we can say, which has been started by our country in 1918. Then the fourth part, that is known as beekeeping. So here in this beekeeping you will find how the honeybees, they are called as the social insects. They play the important role in our life and they maintain the ecological balance also. This is a small creature but is of great importance to we humans. So in the ancient text also you will study about this beekeeping. You will study about the bee products which are in the form of honey as well as wax, which has been largely utilized by we humans. So the ancient text, if you will take out, there you will find the one type of spiritual belief or religious text that has been included related to this particular honey as well as bee wax. So the detailed part of it, so that we are going to study under beekeeping. So whatever all these four different types of these animal husbandry is there, that we are going to see in detail how the management that has been carried out, how the rearing, how the culturing, how the development, how the feeding mechanism, and how the disease they have been tackled, and what type of important products we are able to obtain from all these types of four. Okay, now let us start with this particular first part of this animal husbandry. Now before that I would like to tell you what exactly is the animal husbandry. Now here the culturing is done, here the rearing that has been done, and hence in this way culturing, rearing and management, and even the taking the various necessary health measure in order to cure these various types of breed, that is called as animal husbandry. Now in this case, first that is the cattle farming. Now we have already seen that what exactly is the cattle farming and how the cattle farming that has been carried out. Now in case of cattle farming, now first we'll know what type of cattle they have been considered. Now you know it very well. Cows are there, buffaloes are there, goat are there, sheep are there, camel are there, then some horses are there. So these are the animals which are considered under this heading that is known as cattle farming. Now what is the main purpose of this cattle farming? Why we are carrying out this cattle farming? Now there are the two main purposes for this cattle farming, and these two main purposes, these are in the form of dairy animals and second is the draught animal. Now in case of dairy animal, the name itself suggests what exactly is this dairy animal. Now this dairy animal that includes the cow, buffalo, sheep, goat. Especially goat is there. So there where you find even the goatry that has been carried out, that is a special branch under this animal husbandry. Now even the camel that is also considered. Even you will find the yak that is also considered in this case of dairy animals. So in case of dairy animals, they are also called as milch animal. Now why they are called as milk animal? Because these animals, they provide us milk. Okay, and for extraction of milk we are using this dairy animal. Now in our country we are largely dependent on cows and buffaloes for this purpose, and we are taking out the milk from these particular dairy animals, and hence the other name that is being given as dairy animals to these particular things. Then even the camel milk that is also utilized, you will find in the Middle East. Even in Rajasthan, the people they are totally dependent on camel milk. Yak, from there also we are able to obtain such type of things. So hence the dairy animals that provides you the milk, which is highly nutritive material from which you are able to obtain the proteins. Okay. Now the second part that is called as draught animal. Now here, what exactly the draught animal that means? Draught animals, they are not able to produce the milk. But what exactly the function of this draught animal is there? Now these draught animal, they are utilized for the means of transportation. So for transportation, like we can say bullock cart. So that has been mainly driven by the bullocks. Okay, pair of bullocks they have been utilized. Then horses they have been utilized there. Camel that has been utilized there. So these are the animals which are utilized for this purpose. So that is for transportation purpose. Then second part in this case is that these animals they are also utilized in the farming. So where the plowing mechanism is there. Whenever the plowing is carried out, आपने देखा है कि plowing हम लोग जब करते हैं, जो शेतकरी जो शेत नागरणीकरण वगैरह जो करता है, तो उसके अंदर आपको क्या मिलेगा? तो वहाँ पर जो plowing mechanism होती है, deep plowing वगैरह इसके लिए, so traditionally we Indians as well as the major part of the countries, they are totally dependent on these animals. So cow is there, then buffalo is there, bulls are there. So bulls they have been converted into this particular bullock, where this they have been applied into the bullock carts. Bullock carts generally जो होता है उसके ऊपर generally apply किए जाते हैं. So even you will find sometimes in the part of Kerala, Karnataka, there the elephants they are also utilized. Then mules they are utilized. We know it very well. What are mules? Mules are those animals which have been prepared from these particular horses as well as donkey. So they are utilized as a means of transportation. Especially you are seen in the hilly areas, and you will go nearby this particular Kashmir and all that cases, Badrinath, Kedarnath, there you will find these types of these mules that have been utilized. So even they carry the peoples also on their back. So these animals, they are called as draught animals. So in short we can say the draught animals, they are utilized for the purpose of transportation. So hence in this way these animals, they help in transportation also and in agriculture practices also. Then after that we will see the breeds of cow. Now we know it very well. In India we have seen nearby your area also you will find the various cows and buffaloes, they are wandering here and there. But we don't know what exactly is the name of this, whether they belong to our country or whether there is a hybrid variety. That we are going to study under the breeds of these cows. So just like the variety or variation, here also you will find there is a variation of the variety in cow as well as buffaloes. So first is the indigenous breeds. Now this indigenous breed, that means the breed which is local to India. So which we can say that is an Indian breed or a desi breed इसको हम लोग बोलते हैं. Now these desi breeds, that they are साहिवाल, रेड साहिवाल होता है, गिर का होता है, एक होता है रेड सिंधी होता है और एक होता है तारा पारका. So these are the indigenous breeds which belongs to our country, and these particular indigenous breeds, they are of great importance because they are utilized for as a milch animals also. Second breed, exotic breeds. Exotic breed means the breed which we are bringing from the various other countries. So such breeds, they are called as exotic breeds. इसको exotic breeds बोला जाता है. जैसे जर्सी है, then Holstein Friesian है, then Brown Swiss है. So these breeds, they don't belong to our country. They are called as the foreign breeds. ये foreign से country से लाया गया है. तो जर्सी गाय के बारे में आपने सुना होगा. Then Holstein Friesian के बारे में आपने सुना होगा, Brown Swiss के बारे में आपने सुना होगा. Why these cows, they have been generally brought from these other countries? Because their milk yielding capacity is very large. इनका जो milk yielding capacity जो होता है ये बहुत ज़्यादा होता है. That's why we are utilizing from commercial point of view for selling the milk. Third part, that is the cross breeds. Now the name itself suggests cross breeds means current Swiss, current Fries, Frieswald. So these are the breeds which have been cross breeds between these indigenous breeds and exotic breeds. Means what we can say, indigenous breeds plus exotic breeds, that gives rise to what? This cross breed. मतलब ये दोनों ब्रीड को, देसी ब्रीड को और फॉरेन के ब्रीड को जब मिक्स किया जाता है, फ्यूज किया जाता है, उसका जो नया प्रोटीन जो तैयार होगा, that will be current Swiss, that will be current Fries, and these are called as Frieswald. So these are the varieties which we are obtaining by crossing this indigenous breed and exotic breeds. The next part, that is the breed of this buffalo. Now buffalo के भी अलग-अलग breed होते हैं. We know it very well. Buffalo का एक ही कलर होता है, there is a black type of coloration it is seen. अब buffalo की जो variety होती है, that is in the form of मुरा. एक मुरा नाम का buffalo होता है. Then एक महसाना एक नाम का एक buffalo होता है. Then सुरती नाम का एक होता है. ये सब भैंस होते हैं. Now see the difference here. You will find buffalo और cow जो होते हैं, और क्या डिफरेंस मिलेगा आपको? जनरली काऊ आपको कहाँ मिलेगा? जो वेटलैंड होता है, जो ड्राई लैंड्स होते हैं, ड्राई लैंड में ज्यादा करके आपको काउस मिलती है. और जो वेटलैंड होता है, वेटलैंड अभी तुमने बफेलो को देखा होगा बहुत बार कि ज्यादा करके वो क्या करता है, जहाँ पे पॉन्ड है या लेक है तो पानी में जाता है. सो वेटलैंड एरियाज में ज्यादा करके बफेलोज आपको मिलते हैं, और ड्राई लैंड एरियाज में आपको क्या मिलता है? ब्रीड्स ऑफ काउ मिलते हैं. नाउ अपार्ट फ्रॉम दिस यू विल फाइंड द नेक्स्ट पार्ट, दैट इज द ब्रीडिंग फॉर द डिजायर्ड क्वालिटी. Now here this particular thing that tells you about why the breeding that has been done and for the desired quality. Desired quality means what? Commercial point of view से हम लोग क्या देखते हैं? We want to sell that milk and the cow or the buffalo should yield a large amount of milk. Now if you talk about our Indian breeds का जो capacity होता है that is near about 6-7 लीटर या till 15 liters a day. एक गाय जो होती है कम से कम 10-15 लीटर के अंदर ही इतना मिल्क यील्ड एक दिन में दे सकती है. उसका जो लैक्टेशन पीरियड होता है उस हिसाब से, तो लैक्टेशन पीरियड दैट डिफर. बट इफ यू टॉक अबाउट दिस पर्टिकुलर एक्सोटिक ब्रीड की अगर बात करते हैं तो 40 लीटर 50 लीटर 60 लीटर तक ये दूध जो होता है एक्सोटिक ब्रीड ये यील्ड करता है. इसलिए हम लोग क्या कर रहे हैं, इनका फ्यूज कर रहे हैं. और सेकंड मेन क्या इंपॉर्टेंट है, अब ये ब्रीड बनाने से क्या होगा, दिस ब्रीड दे डोंट बिलोंग टू अवर कंट्री, लेकिन ये ब्रीड से क्या होगा, ये हमारी जो सर्वाइवल रेट जो होगा वो अच्छा होगा और हमको जो होता है दूध उत्पादन जो होता है उसमें मदद होगा. So in this way we are mixing these two varieties and we are obtaining the breeds of this particular desired quality, whether it is of cow, whether it is of buffaloes. Now here they are stated about that how this mechanism it is carried out. अब जो breeding mechanism होता है desired quality कैसे किया जाता है, दो मेथड होता है. एक होता है one method is known as natural method. अब इसमें आपको क्या मिलेगा, natural method means naturally the cow, these two different cows, one bull and one cow, means male and female, they are we can say elite bull, and this cow that is allowed to mate naturally in the natural environment. That process is being carried out and we are able to obtain this crossbreed. तो इसमें आप लोग जो होता है एक साहिवाल ले सकते हैं या कोई ये ले सकते हैं, साहिवाल ले सकते हैं, जर्सी ले सकते हैं, vice versa. Anything you can take, but one partner should be male and other partner should be female. This is the natural method. और artificial जो method होती है, where we can say that is known as artificial insemination method होती है. So we can take out the semen from the male cow. Male cow जो ये होता है, male जो उसका होता है, उससे हम लोग बुल से क्या करेंगे, उसे semen निकालेंगे and that has been inserted into the female genital tract of this female cow. And hence in this way we are able to obtain the crossbreed और हमको crossbreed मिलती है और ये कैसा होता है, breed for the desired quality. Just like we have seen in case of plants how the plant hybridization that has been carried out, in the same manner the breeding for the desired quality, that is the breed of these buffaloes or cows that is done, that is called as crossbreeding की जाती है. Now when we talk about the current Swiss जो breed होता है वो कैसे बनता है, it is crossbreed between brown Swiss and साहिवाल. See, साहिवाल और जो ब्राउन स्विस होता है इन दोनों को क्रॉस करने से आपको करंट स्विस नाम का जो ब्रीड होता है ये मिलता है. Then करंट फ्राइज, अब जो करंट फ्राइज होता है इसमें होल्स्टेन फ्रिesian जो होता है, होल्स्टेन फ्रिesian ये फॉरेन ब्रीड है और इंडियन ब्रीड थारपारकर जो होता है, इसको मिक्स करने से you will mix these two breed. So here you will allow to carry out this mechanism of insemination. Next you are able to obtain this current फ्राइज. Then Frieswald जो होता है that is Holstein Friesian and Sahiwal that is same. So ये दोनों को mix करने से क्या मिलेगा आपको, Frieswald नाम का ये breed मिलता है. So hence in this way we are able to obtain the crossbreed. Then next is the milk production. Now we know it very well, milk that is considered as a complete food माना जाता है. अब milk के अंदर आपको क्या क्या मिलेगा, we know it very well. I already told you about it. Milk is having a one specific type of protein. कौन सा टाइप का प्रोटीन होता है उसमें होता है केसिन. ओके, केसिन नाम का जो प्रोटीन होता है. एंड मिल्क दैट शोज वेरियस विटामिन्स भी होते हैं, कुछ उसमें प्रोटीन्स भी होते हैं, कार्बोहाइड्रेट्स भी होता है, उसमें फैट्स भी होता है और कुछ थोड़े मिनरल्स भी होते हैं. कैल्शियम जो होता है सोर्स ये मिल्क के अंदर आपको मिलेगा. सो मिल्क दैट इज कंसीडर्ड एज ए कंप्लीट फूड. So that's why for small children also we are giving milk so that the growth and development of the body should be good and we are utilizing for our healthy bones and for our healthy body. Now milk production. Now first point, that is influence of breed. As we have seen earlier that the breed that plays a vital role in this influence production. Now the quality and quantity of the milk that is totally depend on the breed. अब जो क्वालिटी और क्वांटिटी होता है ये ब्रीड के ऊपर डिपेंड होता है. जैसे मैंने पहले ही बताया आपको, जर्सी है, होल्स्टेन फ्राइज है, ब्राउन स्विस है, their milk yielding capacity is more, that's why they are called as milk animal. milk animal बोला जाता है, इनका yielding capacity बहुत ज्यादा होता है और हमारे यहाँ का yielding capacity थोड़ा कम होता है. तो अभी हमारे अगर लोकल वैरायटी होगी तो उसमें कम मिलेगा आपको मिल्क प्रोडक्शन और जो फॉरेन वैरायटी होगी इसमें मिल्क प्रोडक्शन ज्यादा मिलेगा. तो फॉर कमर्शियल पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से जब आप बेचना है उसको तो आपको वो बहुत अच्छे से आप फॉरेन ब्रीड ले कर सकते हो या तो फिर आपको क्रॉस ब्रीड करना पड़ेगा.